It's Melody Waters. It's the juice, yeah, you know the juice. It's the juice. Whoa, I said the juice. From the music that they playing, different artists, you can hear them tell their story through the answers given in the interviews. It's the juice. Whoa, I said the juice.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Juice. This is your host, Melody Waters. We're live here in Juice Studios, kicking it for another dope episode of the Juice, y'all. Thank you so much for coming here today and being with us, watching the show. I have some really amazing panelists today. Y'all about to get some dope fucking gems. So if you don't have a pen right now and a piece of paper, go get you one. We'll give you 2 seconds. 3. Okay, that's 3. 2. Yeah, okay. You better have a now. Get ready for this because we're about to start. Okay? So today we have with us, an author in the house. We have Donte Keel with us today. We have Terry V in the house with us today as well. Hey. Thank you, Terry V, for coming through. And we got ScholarMac with us as well. So thank you for coming through. Each one of these gentlemen has their own thing they got going on, and I'm super excited for us to talk about it. So, let's just jump right into it and talk about who each person is. We're gonna start with Terry V. Tell us a little bit about who you are. For the people that have never heard of you or don't know a lot about who is Terry V?
Well, Terry V, I got this name because of both of my uncles on both sides of my family had passed away before I got a chance to meet them. But they both did music. So as me growing up in the church, I started playing piano, sung in a choir. I started making beats over time. And so what I wanted to do as a memento to them and to bring them onto my journey was incorporate both of their names into my name. So hence Terry V, my Uncle Terry, my Uncle Vincent. So I do beats around the city. I've done work with MaC, Chanel McCoy, got some things coming up with Karaya as well. So I do beats, I do graphics. I have a company, KIngIndustry, where our platform, we really just want to help artists. We want to groom artists and we want them to do their own content without necessarily trying to, I feel like now at the time you hear music and you hear artists do things as sort of trends and just to get on, and nobody's really, or not nobody's really, but there's not a lot of creativity within one's own self. So we want to do that as a platform to help artists, whatever you need, beats, graphics, clothing, merch. Before the corona, we were also helping people get on with shows and things like that. We really just want to cater to the artists. So that's what we do at KIngIndustry. That's my mission. Yeah, that's what I got working on currently. That's Terry Vincent in a nutshell right now.
Hey, dope. That's up, man. Thank you for so much for being on the show today. It's great to have you here.
Man, glad to be here on the Juice. Big fan.
Juice, baby.
Yeah.
Juice, baby.
Yeah.
That became the swag. I don't know. I just said it one time in a promo video and it kind of stuck. I don't know.
I rock with it.
Yeah, that's what's up. So Donte Keel, tell us a little bit about who is Donte Keel?
Ooh, how long you got? No. Man, Donte Keel, man, is an author, master barber by trade, man. Former musician / producer / rapper. I got a lot of slashes. You can call me Mr. Flash. You know what I mean? But for the most part, right now, I'm really focused on, the author part of my life. It tends to be the one that brings the most positive energy into my soul. It kind of puts me in a situation where I feel peace with my past. So right now, I guess I'm just gonna rock with the author, man. All the slashes might have to go after this, but for right now,
we keep it with.
Yeah, I mean, and that's how you gotta do it like that sometimes. But yeah, for the most part, Donte Keel is an author, black man, king, trying to get people to hear a message that he has. That's it. That's simple, man. I'm a simple man.
Yo, that's what's up, man. A great author, by the way. Actually, I have almost finished one of your books. It's pretty.
Thank you.
Dope ass in the background. I got my right here.
Hey.
It ain't enough. If y'all have
on my copy,
yo, you definitely need to go get you one. I'm sure he'll tell you later how to get you one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cool.
It's a great story. So thank you for being on the show. I've been here.
I appreciate it. Like I say, I'm happy to be on the Juice, baby. That's what you said, the Juice.
Okay. I'm gonna have everybody saying it.
I love it. Rock with it.
It's about to be everywhere, man. Let's get it.
You got shirts, man, that say the juice, baby.
Yeah,
You gotta do it.
There you go. That's next step.
And I'm looking for. I actually asked for a quote from a printer. I've been waiting on a quote from a printer. I was thinking about getting Juice Baby on the back. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
Because you know my man T just said he's a graphic designer. I don't know if you picked that.
Oh yeah, I know a graphic designer personally too.
Oh, okay. Well, holla at your boy. I see. I saw the alley-oop, man. I tried to, you know.
I did that. So, ScholarMac, welcome to the Juice. A little bit about yourself. Who is ScholarMac?
Okay, ScholarMac. Okay, my real name is Daryl Forrest, but over the years I developed an archetype, which is able to carry me through life and still have that, you know, that childlike aura about myself. So I never lose the big kid. Hence the reason why I work with a lot of youth. It's not because I never really thought that I would work with youth. My first initially mindset was, I'm from Gary, Indiana. I stayed in Minnesota. I've been here for 15 years. And then my story is kind of different, you know, well, it's still probably similar to a lot of people, but it's different in the way that I've been around a lot of stuff, but I haven't done a lot of things. I chose to go a different path and to enlighten others about these paths that we take and the kind of the roads that they lead us down. So, you know, I took my gift and my energy and everything, and I chose to use it for knowledge. So I took that to the U of M and studied, first, initially I was in dentistry, but my dad died. So then I got into psychology and sociology, and through that is where I found ScholarMac. You know, that was, you know, ScholarMac helped me deliver myself and find who I truly was. And that was a person that was fearless, a person that loves people, a person that loves to bring people together and loves to see people have a good time. So I was like, how can I do this? There's so many people that are not happy, and I can see it and I can feel it, you know. And so as I studied psychology, I was able to master myself in a sense, you know. And then once I was able to do that, I took my talents and gifts to the treatment center to help youth master themselves and at least find out who they are, because the word is not being shared amongst where we grow up at, you know, especially in these impoverished places. People are not saying, you can do this, you're good at that, you should go here. It's not, people are not getting that. And that's why, in my opinion, we are doing things that we really don't know what we're doing, and we really don't like it because we don't really know, you know. So I took that, you know, I took my time to, you know, go there and teach, you know, kids about themselves, disorders, mental health, and how to combat with it and cope with it. Because, you know, I've been through a lot of things and I, you know, mastered them at a young age. So it's like, I start to, you know, do these things. And ScholarMac is just like you know, he's in a sense, a superhero, you know. He's going to do a lot of things that is not stereotypical of his character. His character looks like someone just out in the ordinary that will be doing things that, you know, people view as, oh, this guy is this because he looks like this, he dressed like this, but deep down inside, I am not that person, you know. But I used that in order to, you know, disrupt people's mindset. So when people sit down with me, it's a different conversation that we have versus what they initially thought we were going to talk about. You know, initially what they thought that I was going to be about. So ScholarMac is a person that's free. You know, he's a person that shares himself with whoever he wants to share himself and connect with. You know, it's not a stigma, it's not a race, it's not a gender, it's nothing but the person and the connection. So that's kind of how ScholarMac came about. But he came about because people said that he could not do the things that he's doing now. So it's pushing through all those barriers of what people say not to do, but it's like, I feel this so deeply in my heart, but you're telling me not to do it because the society is saying that it's not good, but this is what I feel like doing. And I push through things, and now I'm doing things that I love to do, and everything that I wanted is coming, and it's here. So that's how, you know, ScholarMac came about.
That's what's up. I love it. Ambiguity. There's something to be said for that, isn't there? Like, people perceive you in one way, but being something totally different. You don't always have to look like what you are. I don't think, like, what is that anyways? Like, where did that even come from? Stigma of, like, you have to fit inside of a box, and if you're this or that, you have to look a certain way. You can't be an intelligent person and talk like this or dress that way, or I don't understand where that ever came from. But yo, so thank you, and thank you so much for the juice today. I can't wait to hear more from you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yo, thank you so much. This is great. I love this panel. Y'all are dope. I got some intellectuals. I love talking to nerds, man. I love this shit.
Nerds ain't never looked this fly, man. It's 3 fly brothers right here, baby. Oh, I'll take that nerd, though. I'll take it. Ain't
no nerds are dope, man.
You know what I mean? I know, right? We rule the world, baby.
Yes, sir.
Baby.
What's that?
Said you're not a nerd?
Oh, no, I know my place. Yeah, no.
Look. Hey, some of the brothers, man, some of the most powerful people in the world call themselves nerds. So, hey.
Right. Yeah, no, I know my lane. I drive in my lane. I stay in my lane. I'm cool. We cool over here. We good.
That's where to be.
Nerd. Right. I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right.
I'm a straight up nerd, y'all. I'm a straight up nerd. Okay, so ScholarMac, let's get into this unity and its power. If it was taken for granted, talk to me about your topic that you were bringing today. I would like you to jump into that.
So, I wanted to speak from what I see that's going on now and kind of what I feel. And, just like I was speaking about, psychology, everything, that we see is psychological for the most part. Is it psychological or spiritual? That's how I view things. So with unity, we look at around everything, it's always things come in pairs. It's never like we're not supposed to be alone as people. And we're alone, we feel lonely, we feel, disconnected. We feel, like we're drifting away from something. So that right there tells you that you need a counterpart or you need that other's piece, So that being said, it's a lot of us that are disconnected. And because we're disconnected, we don't know each other. And since we don't know each other, it's hard to build things. And because we don't build things, we destroy things. So I tell people, it's like, when we're born, when we're born into this world, we don't have all these things that we see, but over time we grow up and we forget what the meaning of life really is. It's about sharing, it's about loving one another, and you see what comes out of it. You see the fruit that comes from love, and you see the fruit that comes from hate. So it's like you have to really look at it and pick which one that you want, because you're choosing one or the other no matter what.
Right.
So if I'm going to choose one, I want to choose one on purpose, because I see I see the powers in it. So if I have more than myself that comes in that name or that name of love or unity, it's going to be great. And if I have 2 more in that same energy, when you align the same thing, it's going to become great. And that's how you get these great monuments and these great things that we see. It came from people unifying, being on that same page, that same vision, and they work to get it done. When people when people are not unified, it's easily to creep in and, cause division and cause confusion.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. So the song that I created was 2 years ago. I was going through my breakthrough, and I really didn't know why I was, doing the things I was doing. But this is the creation of ScholarMac. It was like, wow, everything that I, done in my life wasn't because of, anyone else other than me. It wasn't society. It wasn't my friend. It wasn't no one. It was me. And when we see accountability, and we accept accountability, then we're able to, heal in a sense. We're able to create unity. We're able to see a lot more beautiful things in life where it's like, man, this is so dope that me and you get to share the same experience at the same time. It's like, we're just as great as the people we see on TV, but we don't give ourselves that credibility. We don't give ourselves that light.
Right.
It's so great about them and what they're doing that we're not doing. And once we take these things back, we then take our power back. We can create other things because we have the same thing that anyone else has. We just have to believe in it and be unified in order to, also to know yourself. Like, I may not know something about me that someone outside of me may know better than me because, how I was brought up. So in order for me to get to that level, I have to unify with that person. But if I'm going to unite with that person, I have to connect with that person. I have to be somewhat vulnerable. I have to be somewhat to build a relationship. And once I build that relationship, powerful things happen. you know, but we see so much of side this, side that, you know, have this on the side, but it all causes a disruption and disconnection amongst us, you know. But when you see things that are like this, it's like you can't break that bond. It's like almost impossible, you know. And that's where, you know, I like to speak about unity, how unity has so much more power than being, you know, alone. You know, you have so much more help. You don't feel like the world is against you when you're unified with, you know, wavelengths that are, you know, the same as you or like-minded. You know, so me speaking about, you know, when I see other people doing things, I'm like, you know, I'm not judging anyone, but it's like I'm choosing what I want. Because I choose what I want to gather those same people that want the same thing that I want, or, you know, things are similar. So that's where, you know, I want to speak about unity. And in the song, In My Zone, it talks about how we as people have gotten to a point to where we're now, you know, attempting to unify, but because we didn't do it consistently, this is where we're at. So it talks about the things that I've seen along my journey and how I'm like, okay, you know what, this is what we need to do. Instead of doing this with the kids, I'm going to do this with the kids. And that's the legacy that I'm going to leave behind, because that's what I choose. You know, I have a right to choose that no matter what no one says, you know. So that's why I want to speak about unity.
I mean, honestly, I feel you on unity, man. Unity is one of those things that's necessary. But unity also can be flipped ugly in my mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you think about it, like the Klan's unified, you know?
That's what I said. There's two, you can pick either or.
That's what I'm saying. So it's one of those things where it puts, if you put it in perspective that as much as we want to be in touch with our unity and be together, there's also other energies in other groups that are doing that same thing, but are more successful at it. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, what are they doing to unify that we aren't? You know, that's like the bigger problem to me when it comes to our unity. Like, because it's happening all around us. We see it everywhere. But for some reason, there's this disconnect. You know what I mean? And hopefully songs like yours and Brothers Speaking Out can really get people to understand, like, you got examples of what it's like to be together, like the Native Americans. You know, they came together. They got at least something from their suffering. You understand what I mean? Something from the things they unified and made that happen. You got everything around you as far as the Chinese community or the Somali community or all these other communities that are unifying, be bigger voices. And that's the one thing that we have to figure out, how to connect with that. So like I said, I'm gonna check your song out, man. Hopefully it got some jewels in there, you know, to let people know how to get down a little bit, because I see it from both sides, because at the end of the day, we watching it happen to us. We getting what we asked for when it comes to exposure to the evils. You know what I mean? But at least they show up unified. They don't tell on each other because they brothers with a badge. They believe in that. They willing to die for that, go to jail for that. You know what I'm saying? Lose their jobs, their livelihood for that. That unity comes with a price. We got to be willing to lose something. To unify.
And I feel like
to your point, it's, you know, what I've seen and what I've seen along my path of growing up, you know, people, you know, even my own people have laughed at me. You know, these same people, you know, I'm, you know, 32 now, these same people are older than me, are the same people saying, man, I wish I would have done when thinking like you were thinking. Because they seen that, man, this dude is really, you know, what he was saying was really true. Now that's when, you know, people wake up at a certain time in life. You know, I chose to wake up a lot earlier, you know, and that's the thing, is like, you know, I don't want to be in ignorance. I like the truth, you know, and as long as I'm here, I'm going to fight for that and see what that is and try to speak out as much as I can. I may not reach everybody, but I reach some people. And I understand.
Turn the song up louder so they really hear you, bro.
No.
Listen up louder. Turn the music up louder for them so they can really hear the words. The ones that ain't listening, they'll get the residual eventually. But right now, affect the ones you can, bro, because unity between better than disorganization between 100. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like that's one of the things, going back to what you were saying earlier, with people being separated, like, especially in our community, like when you said you were 32, I'm 31. I remember growing up, our community used to be a whole lot closer. Like growing up now versus growing up, you know, or growing up back then versus growing up now looks totally different. We you know, cookouts, parties, and family. Like, we all got together, and especially right now with the corona and all of with the quarantine and things like that, people are separated now. There's not a whole lot of coming together. So we see this cause that's going on. We all see and we know that it's wrong. We don't like it. We don't know. We don't. You know, we want justice for what's going on, but we have to come together and unify. There's a lot of voices, and I think these voices, like you said, we're better together than we are farther apart. If we can say, this is my point, this is your point, this is your point, and if we come together with all of these individual ideas and talk it out, I feel like then we can affect change. We have to come together. It's one of the things with Black Lives Matter that I even hear with people, you know, who don't fully understand when you say Black Lives Matter. It's not that we're not saying nobody else. That's not at all what it means. But there's people that have that agenda, and I feel like people attack more now than conversate. Like, it's hard to win somebody over when you it's hard to fight a war when you got a gun pointed at your brother, like, or a weapon pointed at your brother. So like you said, what you said is powerful. Us coming together and being united like this versus us separate, we can affect more. And that's what it's going to take. We all have to come together and have this understanding, because like you said, with hatred, men who want the money and the power understand that, all right, in order for us to obtain this, we have to be this way and do these things. They're willing to die on that hill, like you said.
Let me just say one thing really quick. I just want to touch on this before it slips my mind, and because it kind of ties into this. When you say, like you said, T, when it comes to the unifying the voices, it has to start within the four walls of where you're at. There has to be unity within the four walls of your family, and then the leader of that family unifies with the leaders of their families, and those come together to become one voice. A lot of time what happens is that disconnect happens because it's families that don't even get along. It's families that can't look past petty. It's families that have no unity. You know what I mean? That don't know what it's like to be descendants of something that's worth something when it comes to who they are as people. They looking at their mama doing this, their grandmama still on whatever, doing whatever she wants to do. It's no sense of legacy. Therefore, there's nothing to be proud to unify behind. You have to have a cause. If you don't have a cause, there's nothing to be, like, whenever something major happens in our community, it creates a cause. Like, even with the George Floyd, it created a cause for us to unify behind. However, there's a cause every day to unify behind. Every day. Like, every day we wake up in our community and we look at what we in, that's a cause to want to be more and be better. And if everybody gets on that accord and unified thought-wise, the unity outside of that gonna be easy, because I'm gonna be able to look at you and we gonna be able to lock eyes and be like,
exactly.
We're gonna be able to look at my man. We're gonna be like, all right, I trust you. We all together. You know what I'm saying? I can turn my back on you and understand that at the end of the day, we on the same page. That's true unity. Everything else is just for show. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And to your point, man, I feel like the goal, we have, like, things that happen to us, then we start unifying, then we lose track of the goal. And that's when, you know, we be, again, subjected to a lot of stuff. It's like, no, this is until we're, like, dead and gone, then we pass that torch down to the next generation. We can't just stop.
The fight don't stop. It don't stop when you get a name. It don't stop when they put on dashikis and placate to your sensibilities, because they know at the end of the day, we visual people. That's the thing that's always got us. If you watch the movie Dr. Zulu back in the day, they got him because he was a visual person. They used diamonds. They used, like, black hair dye to convince him that he was getting younger. They do, as people, that's our one flaw, you should say, our kryptonite. We can be visually manipulated so easily that anything that's fed to us, that's why the TV and all that extra, they'd be like, oh man, certain show. When it was back a little younger, when they had the Cosby shows and all that, we were being fed a different kind of food.
Right.
So, that's why I'm 30. I'll be 30, 8 in December, right? That's why I got a little different, more outlook than y'all, because y'all only 6-7 years apart. Between that 7 years, y'all was denied so much visual food that I was able to obtain. You understand what I'm saying? They took that and use that against us. So when they give us these Black Lives Matters in the street, they give us all these visual things that placate us and pacify us. We fall for it 85% of the time. You understand what I'm saying? 15% of the time, we always gonna have that small faction that don't believe the hype. We call them conspiracy theories. We call them this, that, and third. It's some people who don't believe the hype ever. I don't care what we got a black president. They still was like, nah, this ain't nothing but a smoke screen. You know what I'm saying? It's that pocket, but the other 5, we'll take it. Oh man, Black Lives Matter Boulevard. We made it. Oh, we got a black president. We made it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
We could chill now. Like, nah.
I didn't know the true power of a president until Trump became president. I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. I'm gonna be all the way. I was ignorant to the fact that the president could do the things that he could do. I'm looking at Obama like, what happened now, bro? What happened to some executive orders? You only had 8 years anyway. I watched Trump sign 7,000 executive orders in 7 days. He didn't care. He wanted to push it through. I'm just saying, bro. I'm getting off topic a little bit, but
hey, man, hey. See, that's what I be saying, man. I connect with that. A lot of people ain't ready to hear that.
And they not, but it's one of those things.
But as leaders, and one thing that I can say, I'm not going to Trump or Obama or Biden, I'm not going to get into none of that. But one thing I respect is a person that's fearless in your position. Because a leader's not going to say everything that's right and it was wrong, but he's going to say what he feels. But the thing is, when you get to that destination, you're going to look like, damn, okay, we got here because of his decision making.
Passion. He's passionate about that. It's real, bro. You're right. Yeah. I mean, like, we got to get into politics. That's a sticky situation. But like I said, power is power, and those who really know how to yield it, they rule the world, bro.
Yeah. And they're very, I mean, they're not going to be quick to relinquish that power either.
Like, you're gonna need a little more than you
sit at the those who sit at the top of the hill, they ain't trying to come off the top of the hill for nothing.
But anyway, man, I know Miss Melody. We ain't heard from her in a while. You all right over
there? Yes, preach. Okay, so go ahead, do y'all thing. Y'all good. Unity is important. Unity is something that I myself preach too. So yeah, we have to unify. We have to. The moment that people realize their oneness, that shit's game over.
That's what they're afraid of. That's why there's so place to keep that from happening, because they're not afraid of your gun, dude. They're not afraid of your muscles. They're not afraid of your gang. They're afraid of you coming together and having the same damn plan. Yeah. Just like in the plantation days, they broke the biggest and best slaves in front of you, so they didn't have to break you. So at the end of the day, if they do that motherfucking him, what would they do to me? So that created separation.
Again, with the visuals.
Exactly.
Yes, and especially someone who fought back or tried to, saying someone who thought outside of what they were being told to think.
A reader even was punished. You understand what I'm saying? Because they didn't want those thoughts to be passed around.
No.
Yeah.
But a lot of times slaves outnumbered the masters on the plantation all the time.
All the time.
All the time. So if everybody got together and was like, tonight we killing this mother. I'm sorry.
But I hear you. That's the thing. It's like, we're in 2020, man, where it's not just, you don't have just, like I tell people, it's a Nipsey in every hood. It's one of those type of people in every place. We have to stop putting this pressure on one person.
We don't need that.
And this is the same thing. The idolization, you setting up a failure. I tell people, don't set me up for failure. I'm not red, brother. Like, you can do the same thing.
It's accountability in our communities or nothing, bro. If you can't be accountable, you can't look up to no leaders. We the only damn community, sorry for cussing, that looks for leaders. You gotta look within yourself, lead yourself, lead your family.
And it's like a body. Not everybody's gonna play the head. You got some people gonna play the hands, some people gonna play the knees. Even if you feel that your part is insignificant, without that, the body doesn't function. So it's important to know your place. And that's on values. It's important just to know the value that you bring, and then just being aware and owning it. And I feel like, especially to now with, I don't want to say all social media, but we're at a stage where people want to elevate themselves, and I don't know, and if that's your thing, that's your thing. But also at the same time, like, just the simple things, it could be the small simple things that you bring can affect change. It's like in the hero movies, my friend was telling me about this quote. I don't want to mess it up, but to if I remember correctly, you were saying, like, in the movies of the hero, there's always a character there who helps the hero overcome the thing that they can't. The heroes all throughout the movie in the beginning is doing their thing, but then they meet this impossible problem until someone then comes and teaches them and shows them how to do that. Then the hero goes on and completes it. Like there's nothing wrong with being that person who brings that information. You may not go out and save it, but you provide something to somebody who then go ahead and does it. So you still play a part and role in what you do.
Exactly. And to your point, Terry, this is what I was talking about. It's like we as monks people, a lot of people want to be the chief. It's like, no, man, just have a role, because some people cannot, you know, are not responsible, they don't have the DNA to do certain things that, you know, other people do. So it's like, play your role. And once you know your role, it's like you don't even care about who's in front anymore, because you love what you do.
Exactly.
We're not there as people, because everyone's trying to be this rapper or trying to be the best of this. Like, bro, you don't got to be the best Lil Wayne to make some money and, you know, go out and do shows and create change, and you don't have your own audience. You're thinking so big, you're not, you know, it's like, but to your
you're
point,
missing
like,
out on the small thing. Yeah. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I'm listening.
Yeah, no, but then like even with that, you missing out. You so focused and consumed on this one thing, you missing all of the other stuff that's going on. It's like the guy who got the house already out in the suburbs, but he looking at his neighbor who got the Billy and everything. So he worked hard to get that. But it's all like, my dog, you got a family, you know, you got a dog in the back, you gotta pull it like you good. Like, but I also understand, you know, wanting that position. But to say that, you know, going back to that point earlier, there's nothing wrong with just knowing your role and playing your role, playing your part.
You know, I'm so glad that you spoke on that though, because right now in our community, is everybody here from Minneapolis?
Originally?
Like Minneapolis right now? Is everyone?
Minnesota, yeah.
We're all okay.
Yeah, Scholar's from Gary, right?
Yeah, not necessarily.
He's originally from Gary. Yeah.
But like, are we all living?
Oh, got you.
Now in the same community, then is what I'm.
It's crazy that you said that, because I was born in Flint, lived there, then I moved to Gary. I stayed in Dormiller Projects, Etna, Ivanhoe Project. Motherfucking, I was out in the dunes for a while. Out there in Melody. Yeah. So yeah, when you said that, I forgot that you had said that, but yeah, I was there for a minute too, man. I spent a lot of time there. It wasn't the best.
Out there, boy.
Hey, man, you made it through that, you can make it through anything. It ain't New York. It ain't New York they talking about. It's geared.
But the reason that I asked that is because right now in our community, like there's a lot of stuff going on. People are doing different things. And I've noticed like some people talking shit like, oh, I don't see, you're not doing this, then you're a sucker. You're not doing that. You're this, that, and the third. They talking shit about motherfuckers. Like, instead of being like, hold on now, we each have our own role. We can't all do the same shit. Like, we don't have the same resources. We don't all have information. We don't all have the same experiences.
Yeah,
we
that's what I was.
All do. We can't all be the head. The whole fuck is the body gonna do?
Can I on that a little bit? And that's crazy because I was okay. Let me tell y'all a quick story. I know I'm talking a lot. I want to give everybody their free time.
You good, bro?
But bro, right in the midst of all the the protests, when they looted the grocery stores in the neighborhood, whatever. My original instinct was to go back to the Boys and Girls Club that helped me through. So as I get there, they're starting a food show, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'm down. Whatever you need me to do, I bring groceries. You know what I'm saying? I'm running a lot of groceries, a lot of baby food, things like that or whatever, right? And as I'm doing that, I realized this same thing that Melody was just touching on. Like I'm on Facebook Live, and I'm like, at the end of the day, you got the brothers. Some brothers got to be the shooters. Some brothers got to be protectors. Some brothers got to be the providers. Some brothers got to make sure people eat. Some people, like during that time,
we need all of you.
Need everything. And you can, if I'm lying, I'm dying. You can check the live. I was literally saying at the end of the day, we all have a part. Like I happen to have extra break. I don't have extra time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm too damn old to get out here with these young dudes and buck shots. So what I'm gonna do, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure the women and the babies eat. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've been doing it consistently now for the last couple weeks. Every other day, I'm dropping something off. I even got a percentage of the proceeds from my book go to the Boys and Girls Club to help people out. Like everybody has a role. Like Mel was saying, it's like you may not be able to go shoot a dude or protect the family over north. But what you can do is come up with the time to make sure that this is going on over here safely for these children who want to go outside. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, bro.
Sure.
You're a tough dude, man. You know, I'm scared. You know what I mean? I'm talking to you, T. You know what I'm saying? Like, you said,
but yeah, nah, I get you. And it's like some people have the ability to get, you know, to increase morale or get people's spirits up. Like some people are able to do that, especially at a time like this when people are losing their jobs, people can't work, with everything that's going on. Like it's to be able to make somebody's day or to just be able to just, I needed that conversation, whatever that, like all of these things play a part. And
whatever
and
it is, yes, bro.
And to like what Mel was saying, like for people to just go ahead and attack people, like it makes people not want to do something when you do like that. You know, when you come out like somebody like that. Like even when you got a little brother and you trying to coerce him to doing something, like when you hard on him, he ain't doing it. He probably flexes until you throw muscle on him, but until he ain't really going. So it's a way to talk to people and it's a way to do things so that we can push this whole thing forward. Right. I think people want change and they want change as quick as possible, but change takes time.
Don't work like that.
Being unified and
parts. Change all the functioning parts to make that change. Mm-hmm. And the thing is it's like you start to demoralize the people with the things that they feel they may have already felt insecure, like they felt their part was insignificant.
Wasn't doing enough, yeah.
No part is insignificant.
Yeah.
Make sure that a fucking flower opens up and blossoms to be beautiful. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody do their little, even if it seems little and insignificant, it's not. Like you said, even boosting somebody's morale, like that's major. There's people that might have committed suicide in these times if they didn't have somebody that was by their side that was making them feel good and helping them and helping to put us.
No other game is run so disorganized. Look around. Everything that is taking care of business is together. Dig it tight. Except us. Right. And now we're feeling the heat.
I'm in my zone. I stay moving on. That's how I roll. I'm fully woke. Welcome to my life show. Back in elementary, they was spelling me. Niggas cracking jokes, laughing at me, Bill Bellamy. In 6th grade, a nigga coulda called a felony. My mom peeped, gang sent straight to the birth, you feeling me? On another note, was caught up in a system. Wouldn't lose my mind and never fell a victim. Look into my eyes, you can see the sources with him. Stay on the grind, still I ride, you can't fuck with him. I seen the wolf disguise, family telling lies. Messy, unorganized, the game is to divide. Yeah, you getting rich, but you out here selling pies. Misleading these kids, so you out here telling lies. No better than the man, in the end we all die. What a waste of our time exploiting others to get by. I'm setting niggas free, gonna live in the sky. I remember that time my nigga black, let it ride. Pay attention to the signs. I'm in my zone. I stay moving on, that's how I roll. I'm fully woke. I got the glow. Welcome to my life show.
You gon' make me really get up in my zone. I had to cut him off, had to leave him alone. You tryna play me like a fool, then I step on your throat. I'm in my lane, swinging, bitch, I'm the king of my throne. I'm who they say, little nigga, I'm who they wanna be. I'm tryna get to the point when they gon' notice me. You tryna fuck with me, but ain't on your pivot. Count money, giving back, I call that making the difference. I ain't never leave my brother when it's time for collision. I swear I want this shit so bad, I'm like a fiend when I'm itching. Something telling me I'm feeling that your ass back for business. I had to go and chase a check, and nigga, God is my witness. Yeah, these niggas perpetrated, yeah, cause they know that I'm gonna make it. I took the time to write my shit and now it's elevated. You niggas sitting on your ass, you niggas really hating,
I'm in my zone. I stay moving on, that's how I roll. I'm fully woke. I got the glow. Welcome to my life show. Oh yeah, oh yeah, ay. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, ay. Yeah. I'm spinning in circles, crashing my whip. I survived all that stuff, you ain't surviving this stick. You usually riding this stick, girl, why you acting like this? Should get an Oscar for this. I should cut your ass off super quick. I'm one for the money, two for the money bounce. Put what's in my mattress into your account. I ain't quite got the rapper check yet. That's just the one you don't pay me street. Can't get a hold of me. Right here where the game's supposed to be. Same time when you getting close to me. You wanna take it to the floor, oh yeah. Get the taking off your coat, oh yeah. Get the smoking on some dope, oh yeah. Act like you supposed to be approaching me. James Bond when you get too close to me. For going out, girl, I brought you groceries. I love you like let's start a family. She like city boy, don't you joke with me. And I yeah, where y'all supposed to be. But fuck what they saying, fuck what you heard. Yeah, I know they won't tell you that I ain't the word. So they orchestrate and offer you a chance to ruin this opportune. But damn, it ain't like I do it for me, girl, I'm doing it all for you.
I've been working, baby, so I probably haven't seen you lately. But you know it's all for you. Do it all for you. I know things been crazy, but as long as you're my lady, I'll do it all for you. Girl, it's all for you. It's all for you. Every single thing I do, girl, it's all for you. It's all for you. I will spend my very last dime on you, girl, it's all for you. Anything for you, baby girl, I do it all. If I wasn't all in, why be in it at all? And even get involved with a shorty like you. Spit a sweet 16 plus one haiku. How you whipping like a movie, yeah, that's a drive-through. Brains on 161, that's a high IQ. And I'm more than like you, feeling more like love. Think the man above for you and everything else he does. You're gorgeous, can't get enough. And baby, I know you feel it. And baby, I got the feeling like it rough leg to the ceiling. I'm trying to cuff, so line it up, show you what I'm concealing. We go on and on and on, cause your love's 1 in a million. Be the Romeo to your Juliet. Got the rollie on me, you see the check. Just drop, bless, feel holy, don't it? Just wait to see what's next. All this money on me, got the bunnies on me. Just want you, not the rest. Give you anything you want. Since I told you, now I need you to hold it down, cause I've been working, baby, so I probably haven't seen you lately. But you know it's all for you. I know things been crazy, but as long as you're my lady, I'll do it all for you. Girl, it's all for you. It's all for you. Every single thing I do, girl, it's all for you. It's all for you. I will spend my very last dime on you, girl, it's all for you. It's all for you. Girl, it's all for you. It's all for you.
Think about it like a football team. It's like even the punter's important, the kicker's important.
Yeah, exactly.
He the littlest dude on the field. But
Yep.
you can ask the Vikings how important the kicker is on the team. You know what I'm saying? Ask important that is. I understand, but ask them how that works. You know what I'm saying? Whatever else you put together, none of that matters. The little dude with the leg decided the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? All the tough dudes, all the bravado meant nothing.
Yeah.
The bookworm dude with the foot.
There's still some trauma in that, man. We're gonna glad out.
But he would have done his job and played his role in a way that made the team. That's what everybody would have been happy. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he tried to play it. The roles on the team is important enough where you can live and die by the littlest dude on the team. Same thing in our community. You can live and die by the fact that people, grandma can't get their medicine. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no grocery stores, there's no pharmacies. You can. That's part of the infrastructure of our community. Now, if nobody picking up your grandmama, nobody's being the punter. You know what I'm saying? Who's being the punter? Your grandmama.
For real.
Has anyone seen the list, the credits at the end of a movie?
Long.
The one person trying to do all that shit?
It wouldn't happen.
It wouldn't fucking happen. It wouldn't. would never be a phenomenal masterpiece if all them credits didn't play all those little quote unquote insignificant things.
Whoever had to bring the coffee or the water that day played a role in the movie being done, and that's real.
Real talk.
That's real.
Sure.
Real.
I can do this. I kind of like this. I like this. I like
Juice.
Juice, baby.
Juice, baby. That was the first topic.
That was the first topic. I'm uncomfortable with that. We can move on.
Well, yeah. So I guess like segueing into it, and values. I want to say during this quarantine, this whole thing has been a process. It's been a lot going on. Been a lot of change. Like this, it's a lot that's happened this year. More than the past 3. Like it's a lot. Like this is going down in history. Like we living through a history book moment. And so I say all that to say, I've been in a lot of self-reflection lately, and where I came to, and you touched on this a bit earlier in your topic, but what I started realizing, looking at within myself, was values. Like we as people need to know our values and the values that we have. Again, whether big or insignificant, like we all have certain values, especially in relationships. I see people in relationships, even with family and with friends or who you're dating, you see somebody who's entangled in this relationship. And a lot of the times we entangle ourselves in it because we don't know that value. We don't know our own self-value. And we're willing to not, because we don't want to be alone, we're willing to kind of let other people set the market for our own values. We're willing to go through things or deal with certain things just for that fact that I don't want to be alone, especially at this time when there's a lot of craziness going on. You just want to to be attached to something right now, feels good, whatever it is. And so I got to thinking about values, and even my own values, like downplay a lot of them. Like even somebody who knows how to cook, like that's a value. And a lot of people can't cook. People who know how to treating each other, like the way that you can inspire a person, like these are values. You may not know how to make beats, you may not know how to freestyle, you may not know how to run a business or anything like that, but knowing your value you can set your own happiness. And if people don't respect that, it's not a knock against them or anything like that. It's not that they're evil, they're bad or anything. They just don't see your value, and that's okay. Their eyes are somewhere else, and it's not meant for that time. But knowing your value is critical to knowing your, I feel it's critical to mental health, to not place things greater upon yourself, because then you know your value. I can't do that. If we're in a boat and people jump off and drown, I can't swim. I can't save these people. I could toss out a life vest or one of those little flow devices, but still, knowing the value for me at this time has helped me be okay, cool. Like there's people suffering. I can't, as much as I want to help, I can't help them, but I can help them in other ways. So learning my value. One thing also I want to bring with us being business owners and creatives as well, is knowing your value. How do you guys treat projects and stuff for when it comes to monetary? Like as somebody starting out, you kind of want to start off on the low end. Like as you as a barber, when you first started out, I don't know if you were necessarily charging people 50, 60, I don't know your price or anything like that, but off the rip, no, you wasn't starting at low. But if you felt that you were valuable and talented enough, could you charge that and be crazy? Or are you deemed crazy if you do charge your price? But you see, because now you're trying to get into it. Like this is the same thing with artists or producers and DJs or people who do things like that. They come and ask me, we have conversations like, dang, these prices, because you want to get paid for what you're doing. This is why we do it. But at the same time, you don't want to come off standish because you feel the type of way, but you want to get in and eat. So I kind of want to open that up to y'all and you too, Mel, like you guys who have businesses and services. Like, how do you do that? Like to help an artist or to help somebody else watching this content right now, what would be your advice to that?
Well, I mean, you want to take it or you want me to go ahead with that one, bro?
Whoever, yeah, go
Either or, yeah.
ahead. I'm in a minute. Something to say on it? Go ahead, though.
Yeah.
A little bit, I do fitness training with people. When I first started, I first try to do things, just to volunteer with people, but no one wants anything for free, I guess, so I was like, all right, let me charge people, $10 a session for an hour, and I was able to, I was putting everything I have into that $10 an hour session, like she was paying me $100 an hour, so I kind of want to really see myself, not see myself really like, okay, look what I can do, but see myself like, oh, look what I can do for this person, So once I was able to do that over the, 3-month program that I developed for her, and I seen so many people gravitate towards how she looked and everything, I said, wow, that's worth a lot, not a lot of sense, but, okay, now I can get this a piece of equipment to help this person in an easier way, which is going to cost money, is going to cost more with the sessions now, but now I'm able to, surround myself around things and tools and make myself look more attractive. Why? Because I want to really help people get that same feeling that she got. So it's like, I'm not thinking about padding my pocket, because my pocket is going to get padded, because I love what I do and I love what I'm doing for you. So I always keep it out of myself, because I have a gift. My gift is to share. And as I share it, I will get a return. So I try not to think about the money, because the money is something that we made. But the gift that you have, you already have.
So placing value on the gift.
Yeah.
So placing your value on your gift and then letting it manifest what comes towards it.
Yeah.
Smooth. I like that.
I mean, I could definitely dig that. My take on it, bro, honestly, my major take is this is how the world works to me. This is crazy, but I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who thinks this way. But hear me out. Your value, your value determined on what people pay for your service, right? Let's just say that. So your values determine your value. You get where I'm going with this. Hear me out. When you have a sense of humility about yourself, like you asked me about the barbering question, yeah, I can charge $50 because somebody would pay me $50. But me knowing what I know, like especially in our community, let's say a single mama, got 3 kids trying to get 3 cuts, you know what I'm saying? And me doing all the impacts her bottom line, because now this little dude, because my values are so poor, I'm in a community where I'm charging $30 a haircut, $40 a haircut. I used to own a shop. I just actually sold it a little while ago. And I base my prices on the community that I was in. You know what I'm saying? Because of my value. Like my value is what anybody's willing to pay me. So I could sit there and act like, yeah, man, I'm worth this. You got $100 a cut, $50 a cut. I do this, I do that. I hit you with the razor. I do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? But if you're talking to somebody who got $50 total, trying to get haircuts, you know what I mean, or 3 haircuts, you gotta understand that. So that's what keeps you humble. Your values keep you humble. I know a lot of dudes out here who do charge crazy amounts, but I'm not gonna speak on it. They have their reasons why. Let's say they travel to your house, or they do a certain service that's outside of the realm of what a regular barber does. You understand what I'm saying? Like, but outside of that, your understanding of your community, understanding who you are as a person, understanding your impact on people, even like as a haircut can change your life. Like you can come see me. You can come see me right now, unemployed and broke. You got an interview tomorrow. I can make or break that interview. You understand what I'm saying? You can come see me. You got a date tomorrow that could be your future wife. I can break that date. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me to charge you $50 to and you ain't got it to try and get a job is immoral. You know what I'm saying? My value won't allow me to do that, even though my value can be $1 million a cut, $1,000 a cut, $750. Whatever I want it to be, if you're gonna pay me, that's the price. Whatever I'm willing to pay. But
I had a question.
But humble.
Donte, I had a question for you. I always say, because you made a good point based off like where we live, the prices is kind of different. So if you had a price based off where people live, like, okay, people lived in a community where it was like more money, do you charge them based on, what they, where they live?
Oh yeah, because the understanding of that neighborhood means that at the end of the day, the let's say the average median income in that neighborhood is 100,000. Just using that number.
Yeah,
I can use that, knowing that, and charge at a rate that's similar, if not the same, as the ratio at the 30,000 average medium household. You understand what I'm saying? So the equivalent of $15 to me, it'll be a $50 cut to them, but it'll still be with the same.
The same, yeah.
Kind of get where I'm going with that.
Yeah. I like that. That builds not only, that increases your value, your reputation and things like that. And that's also knowing your value and knowing that I I know that I'm talented at this. Everything that comes with that is gonna come. So for right now, let me get you, let me get you right. Let me get you what I got going on. So then all that other stuff will come. I love that energy. I love that narrative because, like you said, it keeps you humble.
Yeah.
And people, and that's what we need more than ever right now. And I felt like, because we got enough of that with the bigger corporation and the guys
all day
and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that narrative. I love it.
It's proof, man.
Like
that's
topic,
a good top. Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks. Because that's a good thing for artists to know, because a lot of people jump into it for the money and wanting to get rich, but it's all like, nah, it's a patient thing. Like, enjoy it, build your craft, and while you're doing it, working and negotiating with other people, taking from their value, seeing what they're, what they bring and contribute, and learning from that, and then put it on top of what you do too.
You're absolutely right.
Your point, bro, Terry. With my music, I tell people, when I started music, I didn't start because I wanted to make music, bro. I started because whatever was in me that was holding me back from, where I'm at now, I had to write it out. And when I wrote it out, I'm just happened to be poetic. People were like, you wrote that? I'm like, yeah. They liked it. I'm like, but then it was like they'd done something for them. I'm like, what? All right, let me do this in the form of music. And I was able to do it. But my thing is, I can't write unless I do. So I do first and I write second. So when I write it and it's out there, you already seen what I've been doing, what I'm talking about. So it's not going to lie. I'm not lying.
Yeah.
It's keep myself humble and keep myself, in that box where you're talking about as far as not trying to get out of that. And containing that value, because like I'm not gonna do all the things that these artists are doing just for the light. I'm staying true to myself and my person.
Yeah.
The money gonna come.
Yeah.
The money gonna come.
For sure.
That's crazy because you mentioned it. It kind of ties into what I was gonna talk about today. It kind of gives, I don't know. It kind of gives this nice segue. So I'm just gonna speak a little bit on it before, because I know you don't want to shift us over, but. Basically, what I'm saying is, when it comes to that situation, like if you're doing something for the love first, that means a lot more. But when you do something, let's say, like I said, back to the visuals, when you know what a Rolls Royce is before you're 10, but not know how to get one because you've been watching rap videos your whole life, you know what I'm saying? You lost. You understand what I'm saying? That's what they do. So they'll show you the prize, but it's steps to that. So if you're doing it for the prize, you got to understand those steps. But if you're doing it for the love, it's a whole different process that comes with that. Whole different process. Like back to the movie Shaka Zulu. I like to go to this movie because there's so many parallels still to this day in this movie. There's this thing called the monkey trap, right? In this trap, you put a shiny gem in this trap, right? So the monkey comes up, he's attracted to shiny things. So the monkey sticks his hand in the trap to grab the gem. However, by holding the gem, he can't get his hand back out the lock. And he refuses to let go of the gem to the point where he'll gnaw his he'll gnaw his arm off versus just letting go. Same thing happens to us when it comes to the things we covet, like the Rolls Royces or this or whatever the thing that you think gonna make your life complete. It's the monkey trap. You want it? Once you get even cats who done made it, once they got their hands on it, in order to get it, they'll do whatever it takes. But you gotta do things for the love. Because if you love your arm, you just go let go.
You don't believe. Right.
What's the name of the film again?
Box.
Zulu.
Smash.
Dr. Zulu.
You say what, man? Sorry.
I said, and smash the box open.
Now that's that critical thinking that a lot more of us need. But we get the visual situations they put on us, we get brainwashed from an early age.
Dude.
That is what happiness looks like. This is what happiness looks like. You got you got the chicks, you got the cars, you got the jewels. And I watch videos even progressively get worse in that category. From back in the day, from De La Soul, it was just dude in the microphone. You know what I'm saying? It was just, YouTube, you was floating around in the street just rapping. You know what I'm saying? You got with cats jumping out of helicopters with 12 chains on, and you got chicks that wear 15 cars that nobody owns. You know what I mean? Nobody, and it's like this. And you 12 and you're watching this, like, I want that. not knowing majority of it's not his, or that if you can figure out other ways to get that. But like I said, I'm gonna digress. I'm gonna wait till we get to this. I got a whole thing on this. You know?
No, go. I mean, yeah, we could jump right into it because I like it. It's unfortunate, but that's reality right now.
It truly is.
That's reality right now.
It truly is. We get bombarded with this imagery of, like, I was a rapper, bro. Like, I rap since I was, like, in the book I talk about it. I was rap. My brothers came home. His first album was the NWA album. Was the first album I ever heard. First rap language I ever heard was "You Are Now About the Strength of Street Now." Boom. Yeah. You boom. That was my intro to, like, music, right? Both of my brothers did music, whatever. I took music as the way out. You understand what I'm saying? Not knowing how intelligent I actually was. Mm-hmm. Like, not saying that music isn't for you, because there gotta be a Wayne, there gotta be a Jay, there gotta be these people. Like, it's in you, but you know there's work to come with that. So if you're gonna do work and you ain't that good, you might as well work to be a doctor. You might as well work to be a pilot, architect, because there's a lot of us, it's a lot of rappers, it's a lot of hoopers, it's a lot of these things that put us in situations where someone else controls our fate. Like you said, doing it for the love. Independently, you can control your destiny.
Your whole thing.
When I was coming up, there wasn't an independent lane. It was CDs literally out the trunk. I'm printing CDs, like, getting covers.
Everybody trying to get on to get a deal.
I needed thousands of dollars, you know what I mean, to go to the studio. I needed thousands for promotion and to get album covers. I had to pay dues. You know, it was a crazier time. You guys in a situation right now, especially you doing beats, you doing rhymes where you can control your narrative. Right. You can control the people who you reach. Even if you reach 10,000 people with your music and they want to give you $5, cool. You're doing it right. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. You're doing, that's 50,000. This is teachers don't make that, bro. You understand what I'm saying? But that's out of your hustle, out of your grind. A lot of time, cats see that on TV and they be like, man, I just want to do that, and don't understand that there's a lot that come with that. They're studying. Like, even LeBron James shot 10,000 jump shots a month. You know what I'm saying? He was LeBron James when he was 7. He had the talent to know he was going to be a hooper at 7. He dunking basketballs at 11. That's an outlier, though. He's an outlier. He's a rare case. You know what I'm saying? We see LeBron and we're like, damn, I want to do that too. You outside hooping, you dribbling, you 5'1" though.
I got dreams, coach. I got dreams, coach.
And it's like, bruh, you know,
5'3", not 5'1". Thank you.
But the point being, it's like you get into situations where you believe so hard that if you do this a certain way, you're going to succeed, that you lose sight of what you truly are capable of. Like, I went to school and everything. I had a teacher, like, I wrote an essay. He was like, man, you really good at writing. I talk about it in the book. You really good at writing. I'm like, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get this money, man, make this music, pimp these hoes, do whatever I got to do to get this paper. Right. Come to find out, when it's all said and done, when the music crashed and burned, it was like what I was left with was that ability to deal with words, bro. It gave me an understanding that if I would have literally looked at my life from the perspective of an actual, what I'm willing to do to get success, I could have had everything. I could have had a Rolls Royce by now. I could have had this house. I could have had this woman. I could have had these things because I would have put in that work, but for something more realistic. A lot of times we get caught in how many rappers you know making money? Let's be real.
But when you
look in that Outcast song, you know, Andre 3000 said.
It's like, and ain't nothing wrong with the industry, but we won't learn the industry. Like, what you doing with the beats, that's paper. You can be 60 years old and make a beat for somebody and still get paid, fam. You understand what I'm saying? We don't look at the back of that. Just like my man P. Learn the studio shit. Learn how to engineer. Learn these things if you're going to be in the industry. Because at the end of the day, people might not like your music. Then what you going to do? So learn those parts. There's other ways to skin the cat. It's 100 ways to skin a cat is what I'm saying, fam. And
to your point, Don, this is what I tell. This is exactly what I tell the youth. You know, because I work with a lot of them, and I hear their music, really good, talented. But I'm like, bro, like I said, I just started doing music about like what 3 years ago, and really started, you know what I'm saying, doing it. But I said, I'm a businessman first.
Yeah.
I'm a businessman, bro. Like, my music is the cherry on top, the celebration. That's not how I'm factoring and getting my money. But
that's a lot of cats just want to rap and do shows, and somebody gonna give me a deal one day. If I keep putting out these songs on SoundCloud, somebody gonna hear me one day. If I keep putting my money behind, if I tattoo my whole face and body, somebody gonna think I'm a rapper. Now you can't get a job if you need to get a job. But you look like, you know what I mean? But that's what's fed to us. Like I was saying, as far as visuals, all you see
visuals,
you see that. You see the video. You see the dudes with money that look like us, that look like me.
Yeah.
My man's, that's who we see, which is them people. Name it. Surgeon that you seen on TV in the Bentley.
But he got one.
I bet he got one. I was just saying, I bet he got one.
But yeah, there's an artist, I can't think of his name now, but they were just talking about his life, like his journey as a musician. Like, he had a scholarship to play ball. He had a scholarship to play ball. Was playing football in school, didn't want to do it. Music was his passion, dropped out. Now he's on now, but that's 10 years. That's 10 years of grinding. That's 10 years of stealing, getting whatever money you can to get studio time. That's 10 years of sleeping in and out of people's houses, on couches, not knowing if you're gonna live to see tomorrow. Like, it's hungry, going to night. It's a lot of hungry nights. Like, that's a grind that took him 10 years to get to that point. But they don't show you none of that. All you see is the
peep game. You know what else a 10-year grind is? To become a goddamn doctor. You know what I'm saying, right? that same, all that you described, to be a doctor. The only difference is, at the end of that road, there's a guarantee that somebody in this country can hire you for something. Ain't no guarantees. He made it, but ain't no guarantees with that 10 years of work. You got to be willing to sacrifice. And a lot of our brothers do that, not knowing the amount of work that it actually takes to be successful in music. I just do it. I can go downstairs right now in the basement and bang out a whole CD. You may not cop it though. What I do that for? You know what I'm saying? Because it's just what it is. That a lot of dudes, they spend their money, they go to the basement, they got their homies on the loops, they getting down and they don't do nothing with it. They have CDs and play it for their mama. Like, Mom, listen to my new song. You know what I'm saying? Listen to my new beat, man. This one gonna be the one. Not if nobody hears it. So you gotta get up now. You gotta grind. You gotta grind like that. If you want it. That's why a lot of kids don't think it's work. Once they understand the amount of work, they'll make better choices. Because if you're gonna work, why not work for someone with a little more guarantee? You know what I mean? Something at the end of the day you can pass down to your children. Like, even if it's a barber, bro, even as simple as cutting hair. Like, I taught my son how to cut hair at 10. Worst case scenario, if I fall off the planet, he go cut some hair. You know what I'm saying? Like,
teach him a trade, They always need a haircut,
But him down
it's all about what you do with it.
There you go, bro. There you go, bro. I'm just saying, it's a lot of rappers. It's a lot of hoopers. It's a lot of hoopers. It's a lot of football players. We need more scientists. We need more. We need more mathematicians. We need more people involved with politics, especially politics. We need more of these things that, for some reason, are cut off from our vision. We've seen Barack Obama as a president. They didn't want us to see that, because during them 8 years, for the first time, black people walking around with their head up. They walking around with a sense of, we can see that. You know what I'm saying? That's what made everything more. Even if he ain't do nothing in office, I ain't gonna talk about politics. It is what it is. He gave us pride. You know what I'm saying? He gave us something that we didn't have, because visually we can see that. Just like right now, visually the orange dude is doing a lot.
I was just gonna say.
Now they powerful. They feel real emboldened. They fucked up. It's just visual, man. It's like, that's why I just want to make sure at the end of my book I just talk about making a better choice with, like, really assess your talent. And if you're a parent, really try to assess your child's talent, especially if you're a black parent. Really look at your child for what, like, it's trying to help them find that thing that makes them different. Because everybody has something that makes them different. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Jay-Z was Jay-Z because he considered a table and rhymes just come to him. It wasn't that easy for me. I used to have I had the pen, I'm scratching out, rewriting, he go in the booth, no paper. He was meant to do that, you know, but he also had to
running for the top, I'm gonna just rip it.
Exactly, man. But he had the hustle behind it to give him the motive, to get him in a position where somebody can hear it and we can hear it and consume it.
But even Jay-Z has multiple other outlets that he makes money from.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Even though he even knows music ain't enough, and he's Jay-Z.
Yeah, he a billionaire. It's not all off music.
Music. Not music.
Not all off music.
Because really, I mean, music is fabulous. We need music. We need in all aspects of music. I love music. Yes, we need that. But we only need so many people doing it, and only so many people are heard, like you said, too.
Like you said, body thing.
Other things, too, because that's not going to be like, that's not a skill that you can really like do other things in the world with. Like you could, like you're saying, you could take these other skills and go somewhere else with them.
Exactly.
Get fired from one barbershop or from one hospital, or decide that place isn't working for you. Fuck being fired. How about let's just say it doesn't work for you anymore?
Yeah, that's how it works. Like, I got a music business audio production degree from Minnesota School of Business. The school don't even exist no more, for one. I literally got papers that say I can do something that no one would ever hire me for. You understand what I'm saying? You can't walk into a studio and get a job. Usually those are in-house guys that, you know what I mean?
Know somebody. Yeah.
Yeah, they're part of it. They built it. They're part of the building of it.
It's their shit.
Exactly. So you can't just walk in like, hire me with this paper. So
yeah, with a suit and tie. Here's my resume. Here's where I went to school. Here's where I know how to mix some Pro Tools. Like, no, I don't know.
Or what are you doing here, bro? Did you want a session or?
Exactly. But and about the unity thing, it all ties into the unity thing. Like the body, like everybody has to play their role, even in life. Like everybody can't rap. Who the fuck gonna build the buildings? Who gonna run the drugstores, the grocery stores, where the pharmacists? That's why we don't really see people who look like us, because we going after the same 4 damn positions to try to be successful. We got to look outside of the scope of what success really means, for one, because a lot of rappers broke. Like a lot of them dudes broke. I figured that out after I got out the game. I was like, damn, I don't want to have no money. No way. I wasn't going to have no money. No way. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting around. If I would have made it, I'd have been broke. Damn. But this is because business, bad business. Not because of who they are. They don't diversify. They just stick to music. What up, Pimpin?
To your point, it's like when I grew up, you know, I tell people, it's like, and I may want to even connect with you, man, because I got a story, but it's in my head. I haven't got it on paper.
Okay.
I want to even look at your book too. But I used to tell people, Yeah, please do, bro, please do. But I was telling people when I grew up, man, you know, my dad, you know, he's the first person that, you know, introduced me to music. It was Master P and Tupac. And I really didn't understand it, you know what I'm saying? But I seen how his lifestyle was, you know, I didn't really agree with it. But then I seen, you know, a lot of, you know, my family lifestyle and people, and I'm like, I don't agree with this. So what I did, you know, this is early age, I took myself, because I started to behave like it and I didn't like it. You know, but because I'm bred in it, it's like, you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, all right, I started to get other friends that looked like me, but they were nerds. So I said, okay, you got a problem with a bully, you ain't got a problem no more if you teach me what you know, because I need to make a change, because no one's making a change. And, you know, I'm getting pulled out by, you know, child protective people, all types of stuff, but I knew innately, they don't know what I know, but I didn't really know what I knew, but I was guided by something. So over the years, you know, these nerds, you know, I grew up with, you know, and have a great relationship to this day. They're big people, but they taught me a lot about different types of Black people, so I don't have to go towards, I'm like, man, your dad's a doctor, and, you know, my dad, you know what I'm saying, in the streets. You know, my dad's just as smart, but he was in the streets, and his dad was a doctor. I'm like, but your dad reminded me of Dr. Huxtable when I watched TV, you know, and it just showed me the different type of Black people, but, you know, the
key word was showed you, right? Remember, you said showed you. The key word was showed you. Told you.
Back to the visuals.
But inside, I had to want a different type of image for myself, because I'm like, I'm not this, but I grew up around this. But I want something more fits my tribe and my spirit. And that's what, you know, that had led me to. And that's why I continue to tell people, once you are led to your tribes, once you know, born into a family, doesn't mean you have to stick and stay. You got to find your like-mindedness. Once you find it, then you can be like, oh man, I thought I would have got this information in my own group of people, but I found and got this information with somebody that don't even look like me.
I talk about my surrogate family in the book, man. I actually had one of those as well. Between that and the Boys and Girls Club, that gave me different visuals. I saw it, like you say, different type. But imagine if you never saw that. Imagine if all you saw was your uncles and hustling it and how you live. Imagine if you never knew that it was other things outside because you're not getting TV anymore. TV shows don't exist. They don't even exist no more, man. They'd rather show you some reality TV, pacify you. My son don't even watch TV. He, you know what I mean? He 18. I got an 18-year-old son. Crazy. Like, but he didn't grow up watching TV. It was just one of those things that I just really wasn't rocking with because of what happened during that 7-year swing I was talking about, that gap between me and y'all. Yeah. But the visuals, like, you're not getting that in them. So imagine never getting that.
Yeah.
You're sitting there and you're trying to figure out what you want to do with your life. And Dr. Dre come on and Snoop Dogg. You looking at the TV. Like, damn, I want to be like them niggas. I can't be like, if I don't want to be like nigga on the corner, I'm sorry to use but
it's all good, man.
Keep it funky.
Myself, man, because I know other people gonna watch this, and I want them to hear the message and not, you know, vulgarity, you know. So I'm just trying to keep this cordial. Trust me, it's a different set of vocabulary that I'm not using right now.
But yeah, but to your point,
there's a lot of my points. But
and to your
like,
go ahead,
bro. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, I was gonna say, like, to your point now, like, there's kids who now want to be YouTube stars. Like, that was never something that people strive to be, but now, I want to be a YouTube star. I want to be YouTube famous. And it's not like when they were a kid going from playing, like, I want to be a doctor, you know, I want to do this, but now all I see is YouTube and TikTok. This is not what I want to do because I'm getting so much more attention, and this looks like a vibe. They just bought a Lamborghini, but I'll continue. I didn't mean to cut you.
It's 7 of them. It's 7 of them who bought a Lamborghini because of YouTube. 7 people versus the 7,000 doctors that, you know what I'm saying, can buy whatever they want. You know what I mean? You don't see that. You know, we don't get allowed those opportunities. Like, for example, I know a lot of people who look at celebrities for their whole, like, guidance in life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they look at celebrity as the end all be all. If I'm not famous, I'm not popular, I'm not anything. And it's like the stupidest concept when it comes to life, because you're using Facebook likes or Instagram likes or using all these things to justify who you are as a person. That's why suicides are up. That's why a lot of these things happen, because people put their worth in something that you can turn off. You can power off the damn thing and move on with your life. But a lot of people don't do that. They look at it as, I'm nothing because of this.
Yep.
And like you say, value versus value.
This is where you putting your value at. Are you putting your value into what other people thinking about you?
All connected.
See, it's all full circle. But you allow other people to set your value off that. Like, if you post something and it doesn't get a certain amount of likes or a certain amount of comments, then it's all like, but it's all like, if that's you, then that's you. That shouldn't matter. Take the value inside yourself. What you bring, you missed the whole thing.
So real talk. Mel, you still there? We lost
you. Yo, you're so right. Like, people aren't taught how to value themselves. So, like, I don't know about y'all, like, how y'all grew up and stuff like that, because everybody's grows up different, and so they're taught differently. Like, I wasn't taught how to value myself. I didn't know to value myself. I wasn't taught how to value myself. I had to learn that. So, like, I think that's what happens there, is like, people don't know their own value. So they're getting their quote unquote worth and value out of these likes. Like, if I was a young girl living in this time, I can honestly say, like, I would have been one of those girls that posted themselves all over social media. Like, I don't do it now, but I learned my worth before see what I'm saying? But I would have, it had 18-year-old, 16-year-old, 15-year-old me. Oh my God. Yeah. I would have been on the bathroom sink. Them girl. I would have been that girl. Yeah. I would have. I can say that because I did not have any myself at all. And I would have sought after them likes, and that would have
validation,
so to speak, or fed my value. That would have given me what I thought was my value.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is,
that's what's happening in these young girls who are not being taught their value. They don't have their dad at home. They don't have a dad teaching them that they have worth. They don't have a father that they're watching treat their mother with respect and love her properly. They're not seeing. It's a huge thing in a little girl's life.
Yeah, and then mom, and then and if dad isn't there, then now mom has to work, and so then time is not focused so much on child; it's focused on providing and doing all these other things.
Right.
There should have been something else there, and so now play with the phone while I do this, and so then
don't forget, mama got a life too.
A lot of times,
mama got a life too.
And a lot of times, mom came from no worth.
Oh, that's where I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Either be able to instill that in her daughter.
There you go. Yeah. Mama's still out here trying to make her understand herself.
How does one teach something they don't know? You can't teach something you don't know.
And it's and I think Max said this earlier. It's one of those things that you gain it and you understand it at a certain point in time in your life. Whenever you reach it, hopefully that if you even do reach it, some people never reach it. People never reach
it. Get there.
Too. That's an effort, because if you haven't been taught it, you have to seek it out.
And one of the crazy things about it is, and this may be, I hope it's not straying away from, but one of the crazy things about it, like growing up, we didn't really have internet like this, so it probably got passed it around in the picture.
Internet didn't exist.
So if nobody had the picture or the video, then that was that. But now,
look,
mistakes live forever.
Some real shit. Okay.
I remember when dial-up hit the scene, man. Don't judge me, baby. I remember when we had to put a CD in to get the internet, bro. Right.
I never had the internet in my house. My mom wasn't about to pay for TV. She wasn't about to pay for no internet. Fuck you too.
Yeah.
we would get the little free AOL joints, and then you can get like 90 hours of internet or something.
The AOL disc.
Man.
I'm ancient, bro.
But yeah, so this stuff lives a lot longer now.
Yeah,
this stuff lives a lot longer. It's hard to
live forever, bro.
Forever. It never goes away. It's forever. Fucking forever. Somebody has screenshotted it, screen recorded it. It's forever.
There is a chance that your great grandbaby can see you on the sink in some drawers.
I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful that I grew up. There wasn't no fucking internet.
Man, for real.
I don't know. My secrets are safe. My past safe.
Not even imagine.
Hopefully.
Oh man.
I was wild when I was young. I can't even imagine what I would have been.
I would have got caught up so much, boy. Man. Bruh. Yeah. But also the thing about the internet, it became a beneficial thing to get a lot of, because basically, this is my take. I know this is maybe a little off topic. I just want to just.
Put your money down, nigga. Shorty, what you got? Y'all niggas really gambling on the corner and shit. Y'all making hot. Hey, yo, that's Big Shot. What the fuck you mean? That's a trip right there. Hey, yo, Shawty. Yo, come here real quick, my nigga. I want to talk to you. Come here real quick, my nigga. Hold on. What's poppin' with you, boy? Ain't shit, my nigga. What's poppin' with you, man? I see you making moves and shit, man. Yeah, you know that, nigga. But it's hot out here. Some of that shit for it's hot out here, my nigga. You know this block hot, man. Y'all niggas gotta know things making moves all over. Yeah, I know. Yo. I'm way too smart, they can't get me. Always known for curving these hoes, I'm too picky. Black ups with the duck sauce souls, I'm so crispy. 2-5 sitting right next to the Xbox 360. Stick up kid with more stolen bases than Ken Griffey. Mama told me, boy, them kids ain't your friend. They too iffy, shawty, you be wildin'. Summers in VA styling. Thick southern shorty tucking on my gold medallion. Ask about me, I was always valiant. Getting green like a scallion. Attitude overshadowed the talent. I'm the best, I don't know Khaled. Flow deep like a scallop. Pretty nigga nail your bitch like a mallet. Fuck a vote, this the new ballot. My delivery heavy, I need a few pallets. Challenge, green on your head, that's a Caesar salad. Custom shoes they ain't never seen with new patterns. Yeah, This the modern day Black Sinatra. Henny shaking, I stirred the Fifth Avenue shopper. Fly right through New York, sit in the helicopter. You niggas get told what to say, read off a teleprompter. Oscars, all my equipment come cold stainless. Got my eyes on a new Vanquish. My rims icy like a Dutch Danish. We talk money, that's the new language. They try cookie cut your boy Cadence. Michelangelo, the way I paint it. These niggas ratting, got the hood tainted. I get the clap and make the crew famous. Tap your pockets in your blue Wranglers. Do something, but it's too dangerous. You niggas sweet, come in a few flavors. I had meetings with a few majors. If I'd sign, I'd be a slave for a little paper. Nah, this is 1/4 for drug music. CEO but still run through it. I hit the block if it comes to it. The streets is vital. Boy, I'm a beast on vinyl. Handle bars like a GT dyno. A new species I know. Sharp like the teeth on rhinos. I got your back, you don't need no spinals. Rappers study me to complete they finals. I ain't platinum, I compete with idols. Stuff you on camera, that's a beat gone viral. I put the work out like he no typo. Oh shit, here come five. Oh shit, oh shit. Yo, y'all niggas got it hot out here, man. Let's go, nigga. Fuck out of here, I'm out, nigga. We out. It's crazy, man. Y'all niggas got it on fire out here. I just wanted to go to the fucking Bodega. That whole pack, nigga. Boy, you waited too
Cash the check.
That's okay, that's alright. Cause she the baddest bitch in the club tonight. That's okay, that's alright. She throwing that ass just how I like. Now shake some, now shake some, now shake some, shake some, shake some, now shake some, yeah, now shake some, yeah, shake some, shake some, shake some. Well, look, it was like love first sight. Booty shots been so tight. If I would've took her home, it really would've made my night. Stopped at the bar for a drink. 2 shots of tequila. Now I want to put my gyro meat off in her pita. So I stepped to the hoe, act like I been new to hoe. Whisper something in her ear, asked if I could lick her low. She laughed, but I was so serious. That pussy print was poking out and had me so curious. Wonder what it tastes like, wonder what it grip like. Wonder if I get it soaking wet, would it drip like nasty? And by now you know I'm on the tub, dancing all on her, trying to see if I can fuck. That's okay, that's alright. Cause she the baddest bitch in the club tonight. That's okay, that's alright. She throwing that ass just how I like. Now shake some, now shake some. Now shake some, shake some, shake some. Now shake some, yeah. Now shake some, now shake some, shake some, shake some.
Damn, boy, who you supposed to be? I see you tryna get real close to me. The men all pause when I walk in, tryna nibble on the booty like groceries. But then there's you, yeah, you got brave. I think you tryna ride my wave, staring at me while I'm at the bar. Wanna see my ass shake while the record play? I don't know, what type of chick do you take me for? I just might be out your league, but I can't lie, I'm curious though. You feeling my flow, you feeling your girl. That print in your pants is starting to grow. You're giving that look, But look here, boy, I cannot go, okay. You want the best of me, but right now, you ain't impressing me. Tryna undress me with your eyes, thinking real hard about sexing me, okay. You want the best of me, pockets real deep, come flex on me. Psych, I'm just playing, but I'll holler at you in your dreams.
That's okay, that's alright. Cause she the baddest bitch in the club tonight. That's okay, that's alright. She throwing that ass just how I like. Now shake some, now shake some, now shake some, shake some, shake some. Now shake some, yeah. Now shake some, yeah.
because the reason why people think there's a lot more, let's say, police killings and racial things going on is not because there's a lot more happening. It's just being recorded more. There are more people with phones. There's more people with internet. As soon as you do something to me, it goes straight to the net and it catches wildfire. It's just one of them things now that the internet is like the gift and the curse in a way. It's almost like you get an opportunity to really see what's going on where you don't live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people who saw what happened to George Floyd here overseas, that was because of the internet. If it was left up to the news, you wouldn't have heard nothing about it. Because growing up, you didn't hear nothing. Rodney King was, oh my God, I don't believe this is happening. And I seen the tape. I seen worse than that in my hood. And Rodney King got socked up, yeah, but that wasn't nothing. But nobody had ever seen those images before. Black people, images. Here we go. See? The images, bro. It's always images, man. Because we are visual people. And that's one thing we have to learn about ourselves. We are visual people. When we saw Rodney King, we said, we're going to burn this motherfucker down. We saw George Floyd, we're going to burn this motherfucker down. Knowing everybody on this thing probably knows somebody who died from police violence or close to them, like, or knows somebody who knows somebody, right? But seeing that tape with your own eyes, it infuriated your soul. But what it also did was it woke up the world. Because a lot of times, I'm going to say this, when it comes to racism, bro, a lot of times racism isn't taught. You know what happens? Nothing is taught. Imagine that. You got a white child who ain't never heard nothing about either side. She not racist, he not racist. He just don't know nothing about it because it was never taught to him. Not that he was taught to hate you. He just wasn't taught nothing. So when he see you, it's more of a, I'm going off of what I see on TV, or it's more going off of what I hear in the music. So he don't know, he wasn't taught these things. He just wasn't taught anything. And a lot of times racism gets confused for that. Like I see a lot of videos where like I seen one where the lady pulled a gun on some people, but the way the interaction was aggressive, even to me though. I ain't saying who's right, who's wrong, but I'm just saying like you don't know nothing about black people. That's how we talk. You know what I'm saying? Like that is a level of like tone that we use when we're upset. That don't mean we finna do something to you. Because if you thought that, you don't know that. You know what I'm saying? So you sit around and you see these other things. Oh, when this happens in the movies, somebody about to die. You know what I'm saying? So let me up my strap. Let me get myself safe. And it's a misconception. A lot of people like you can't unteach racism. Don't get me. I mean, you can unteach racism, but a lot of times it's just not taught. Like they don't teach. They just don't teach anything. What should happen is we should get more than 2 paragraphs in the history books. You know, there should be the new generation should be made aware of the past, so they don't repeat the situation in a way that is sickening to them even now. Because it was more white people protesting than black people out there in the streets. If you looked, they were sick. They were like, "Oh my God, I don't believe this is happening." It's like, no, we knew it was happening. We tried to tell you. You just wasn't looking. Now that video came.
It made them personalize with it. They personalize with it and humanize with it.
But that's the beauty of that too. Like we wouldn't have been able to do that before. Like before, that shit wouldn't have made the press and the paper. That shit wouldn't have made the paper
at all. Nope, it wouldn't have happened.
That was an everyday experience, as it still is an everyday experience. It's now, like you said, we can actually send this to the world. Everybody can see that it's happening. That's why people are like, "Oh, it's happening more." That's might be happening a little bit less, but actually, it's just you can actually see it.
And that's what I go to the people who are untaught. When you deal with the untaught, when they see that, it's like, "Oh hell no! What do you mean this is happening?" Because they just go about their day. They turn a blind eye to it because it's not a part of their everyday existence.
Yeah, if it's not affecting you, then you don't care.
But when you see that, it was a lynching. You seen a 10-minute lynching. You watch that. Anybody with a soul, especially if you're not taught to hate, if you're just regular, just doing your everyday thing, if you've seen that, you're gonna be outraged. And that's what happens.
Human being, it's a human.
That's why
you have your knee on the back of a human being for 8 minutes, and then you got people and. I don't know if we're going into this, but we're here now. But like you got Candace Owens who tries to, bring up his criminal past, like regardless of what he did, regardless of who he was, like to have
that don't make you less. Yeah,
it doesn't. Nobody deserves that. And if we're going to set that standard in that bar, then again going back to the visuals, what else are we going to invoke in people?
Mm-hmm. And that's the great thing about Candace Owens. I was just going to just touch on, like, a lot of her rhetoric, you know what I mean, is based in fact finding, but in a way that skews the bigger picture. She's good at finding facts that make sense to the logical person, void of all emotion and actual content of people, like empathy and sympathy. She finds facts. Yeah, he did this, he did that, he did that. And she uses those narratives to sway logical people. Emotional people, or people who see stuff for what it is, they don't fall for that. But she knows how to make things make sense to people, right? So when she brought up all of his past and all of that, she was able to almost give people I told you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and those people are put in place for that reason. And like, they give those people that power for that reason.
Yeah.
Got a robot in the house?
No, I think that's a phone call. But yeah, no, and it's like this. And regardless of all of that and what you're trying to paint, like this is a human being. Like this is a human being. They don't do that. There's no way to justify that. I'm not gonna don't spend somebody some stuff just so they can sleep good at night. It's the truth, or to get it off you, whatever your agenda is. It's the truth, and that's having that conversation. Like even if she feels that way, that's one thing. But we got to start having this dialogue and this conversation.
She has no value, bro.
There you go. Because for that check, you see what she'll do. Yeah.
No values, bro. Because anybody with values, don't matter what you've done. Watching somebody stop breathing on tape will get you to feel some kind of way. I don't care what you've done. You know, it's just, yeah. It's the world we're living in right now. The people who have the ugliest things to say have the biggest platforms. And that's the scary part about the world we live in, bro. Scary.
Yeah, that's messed up. That's super messed up. Can you guys hear me? Oh, there.
Yeah.
I'll be talking and I won't pop in, so I don't know. It's okay because, like I said, I talk a lot of shit, so I don't necessarily need to be heard. So sometimes it's good, whatever. Wasn't.
Hey.
Damn, Melody over there talking shit again.
Hey, fellas, did y'all want to give Miss Lady's topic some kind of conversation, or do we want to just leave that as is?
How are you guys feeling about what's been said here? Because like I really think we literally smoothly transitioned into every single topic.
Yeah.
Aside from the fourth person that wasn't able to make it today, we have their topic, which is something that it kind of, I don't know. You guys saw all the topics, you know, it fits, you know. So
I mean, I don't have to touch on it at all. Like, that's fine.
Let's leave it up to the person to touch on. I mean, I don't know their mindset, so I won't want to speak for them.
There you go.
Yeah, obviously we wouldn't speak for them, but we have our own. We have our own.
Okay.
I'm sure.
I mean, entrepreneurs, small business is a key component to a lot of what all four of us do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The topic is small business support and how to handle the lack of support from family and friends. I'm pretty sure that we've all kind of experienced that, where we feel like people support. I don't know. I've grown accustomed to not even
caring anymore.
Yeah, because I have friends that do support what I do. I have friends that are like, I'm the person that they call to do their photo shoots. I'm the person they call to do their logos. Like, I'm the person they call for videos. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't know you did all that.
I'm a videographer and I do.
Oh, my bad. I ain't bumping you no more.
Like flex.
I'm about to reach out to you, Melody.
My bad, T. I said you
but Melody,
just a little flex.
Kind of speaking on that, Melody, I don't know if this ties into what you're probably going to get into with small business and how to support and the lack of, family support with business. But I was at a hair shop about 3 weeks ago getting my mom's, hair done. And I had connected with this small business that was looted, out in Fairleigh. And she was an older lady, but, she was like, asking questions. How do, I kind of get my business back up and going social media wise? And I'm like, oh, it just so happened I'm a social media person. I can get to help you get those things set up, and I know people.
Dope.
So we can kind of put the word out there and everything, and because she's rebuilding her business. So, you know, I had posts like a story on that yesterday, but it was like just, again, me seeing her vision and what her vision not only do for herself, but for the people that she's trying to serve. Is like, yeah, I definitely want to be a part of that. And so I'm looking at, you know, reaching out to people. You say you're a videographer, so I may reach out to you in a way to kind of, you know, help develop her story, you know, so people can see because the grand opening will be August 1st. So we want to make sure, you know, she has everything she needs for her grand opening, so she can, you know, get the, you know, service with the customers that she needs to get, you know, to be able to serve the people that she's trying to serve. And so with that support, it's like, yeah, you know, I'm playing my role. It's not my business. I'm not going to get any of it, but I'm bringing people in that has different skill sets to help the cause of her business and getting her business out there.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that, yeah, I may get, you know, somebody may reach out to me later on, but, you know, I'm not looking for the wham, bam, slam, you know, prize. I'm looking to help someone, you know, out into, you know, getting some money from that, but, you know, not really looking for like huge amount of dollars, because I know that's going to come. But if I have the service and I have the support, why not share it with someone that, you know, is in need, and share that amongst people with skills like yourself, you know, to come in and videotape, you know, what we're doing to make it more, you know, of a story.
Right. That's how we work together as a village.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a village.
So I'm gonna be reaching out to you, Melody, about that.
All right, bet. Sounds good.
All right.
Yeah.
Y'all make connections and stuff. That's cool.
It's a juice, baby. It's a juice. That's why I started the show, and why I wanted it to be like supporting independent artists and independent businesses and entrepreneurs. That's all like I've wanted to support. It's to give us a voice. Like people don't need a voice when they already have huge platforms of their own or a ton of money to back themselves up and put themselves on a billboard if they wanted to. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm always supporting the quote unquote underdog because I'm the fucking
right. We're still all there trying to get to the next spot. But yeah, I've met contacts through Mel. So
okay,
this is how it should go. In terms of lack of support, that's what whenever venture, and Donte said earlier, you got to love what you do. Mm-hmm. Like whatever venture you're doing, not everybody's going to support it. You know, not everybody's going to go crazy for, you know, sharing or telling people. And it's not even that they're doing it out of malice or anything. It's just how it goes. But with that, you have to have your passion for it. It has to be lit. You have to love what you're doing so that you can continue going. I tell people, if you're willing to do it, this is something you got to be willing to do on your own too. You know, hopes that it never will be that way, but you have to be ready for that if it does come. You got to be willing to go bootstrap. If nobody's rocking with me today, ain't nobody by my side, all right, I got to go out here and get it. I got to do it until you meet those people.
You're right, man. You're right. Go ahead now. I'm sorry.
I feel like you can't expect anyone to support you. This is how I went into it. Like, okay, I can't expect anyone to support me. So I'm literally grateful for if every single supporter that I have. Like every individual person means something to me. Like for real, every person is special to me. And I really have a serious love for every person that supports things that I do, because nobody has to. Right. No one is obligated to do shit in this fucking world. No one is obligated to support me.
You got expectations, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for failure. Mm-hmm. True. I mean, the only thing I really got to say, just to kind of tie in on that situation as far as with the internet, it's like, because of friends and family have been so fickle over the years, the beauty of the internet is a beautiful thing, because that lane is almost, it doesn't need to exist. There was at one point in life where, let's say you sold Avon, use that example, you would sell to your friends and family first, Tupperware, whatever the thing may be, and they would support you at one point in time. Beauty of the internet is I don't have to have that support. I can get support from in Australia if I need to.
Yes,
you know,
yes, sir.
My company, also thousands of Facebook groups that literally you can link in that have similar interests in what you do. It's like literally connect to people. Like, put it like this: I gained just 1,000 friends off being in a beer group. I was just in a beer group, right? And for those 1,000 friends, I may have sold maybe 200 books. You understand what I'm saying? How that kind of all ties in together. Like, it's one of these. you're looking at that lane, because like she said earlier, you can't expect anyone to do anything for you. It's kind of like a record label now. It's kind of like they won't give you a deal, right? Unless you have sold some records, got a following, or some kind of social media presence. Then you can't get a deal if you don't have none of these things. Just like your family won't support you unless you have things going on already. It's the same way. Like, I got plenty of people now that want to read my book and buy my book and be a part of my book now. But when I first started, I got zero love from people I knew. From people what up, man?
Imaging. They seen it.
See, I rock with y'all, man. Y'all, we because it's all one full circle, man. Image. They see it. Once they see it, then it's like, wow. You know who those?
Then you can't deny that shit at that point. There's no denying it.
You can't. So now you look like a hater. If you don't rock with me now you look like a hater because everybody around you is rocking.
Yeah, for real.
Stand out.
I don't know where the mentality comes from, but for some reason there's this mentality I think that's in some people, and I don't think it's in everyone, but it's in some people innately. Like, for whatever reason, when they look at you, they only see you as however they met you. They see you as wherever you were at in your journey. That's where they see you as, and they can't see you rise above that.
Yeah. I can definitely agree with that, man. Because I got people hold me to my past every day.
Yeah.
But you read my book.
Like you said, now they fucking see.
Oh my goodness. Right.
It smacked them in the face. They have no choice but to really open their eyes.
Yeah.
Visuals.
Yeah, but that all happened because of the love that you have for it, and that you just kept on with it. Like,
exactly.
Imagine if you would have stopped,
it's gotta be
you just would have proved all of them right. Yeah, so you got to keep going.
I'm glad you didn't stop, bro.
Yeah.
What's up?
So I'm glad you didn't stop, man. It'd been ugly to stop.
Just like when people see this video with us in this, they're gonna be like, "Them some smart brothers." They see it. It's undeniable. You ain't gonna be able to deny the level of intelligence that's in this room right now, remember? In this Zoom. It's like one of them things that if you watch this, you can see it. Undeniable. Man. Real talk. Thanks to Miss Mel. She got us out here signing off. Look, I feel like I'm on CNN.
Hey, I know, right?
Welcome. So, baby.
Shout out Juice.
Yo, we finna get it though. This is dope. No, we've had some great conversation. I did want to touch back, if you guys don't mind. I wanted to kind of give a little bit of my thoughts on the value thing again. I did want to touch base on that, if you guys don't mind, because I think that the value, how somebody values their art is important. But I think a lot of times how people should approach it is a lot similar to what you guys said. I feel like you should come into it with, okay, my point is to be good at what it is that I want to do. So my point is to be really good at what I do. So sometimes when you first come in, you might not charge for what you do. You might just do it to get the practice. I act as well as holding a camera. I've also been in front of a camera many times, and I love acting. I'll do it because it's me in front of the camera acting, because I fucking love doing it. So like, you don't have to pay me to act. I would love to be paid to act, obviously. I prefer
we'll do it for the love.
if I like a role, I will take it. If I like it, I'm going to choose it, obviously, to be like, yeah, I'll take this role.
So what about the Queen in one of MaC's dope videos?
Excuse me?
What about like the Queen character in one of MaC's dope videos?
You said do it like shooting a video?
Yeah, like be like the Queen in one of his videos.
The Queen in the video,
Yeah, that's an acting, bro.
He said, "How your peoples call my peoples."
It's bad, but nah, I hear you. I like to bring a little levity in the situation. You know.
Hey, I like it too, bro.
But for real, I have done movies and roles for no money. But the value in that is that I gained the experience. I probably met some people that I would not have met. Got seen in by people who would not have seen me otherwise. I I gained some knowledge and got better, hopefully. You know, it's something for me to look back on and be like, oh shit, I should have did this, or damn, Shawty.
That always happens every time. Yeah.
You weren't really, I don't think you were really in the role right there, or, you know what I mean? Like, you can analyze and shit where you wouldn't be able to do that otherwise. If I didn't have it there to self-analyze, how am I going to get better?
That's true. That's true.
There's that. So there's the experience and the beauty of getting better, just getting better. But that's for the love, like you guys said. You know what I mean? I've shot videos for free. My first videos were all behind the scenes. All the videos I used to shoot were all behind the scenes for another videographer. That's how I did my experience and got better. So that when I shoot my own videos, I already know, you know what I'm saying? I approach them a whole different way. I'm experienced, where if I had been started off just shooting my music videos and just shooting, you know, promotional videos and the videos that I shoot, like, I wouldn't have been as good. I would have had to go through all that experience and gaining all that experience in order to. Now I could probably, I can charge more for my videos than what I would have been able to starting off. You see what I'm saying?
Go.
So still another thing too, I think, as far as like, how do you charge? You start off charging lower. You start off charging lower because you want more people to fuck with you. You start off charging because you're not that good. I don't give a fuck if you think you are. You're not that good. Watch how you're going to feel. Go back 3 years and go look at some shit you did for 3 years. You go.
I got out of barbershop. I was mutilating brothers left and right. I'm talking about blindings, leaning. And fades is blurry, dark. You got a helmet, chili bowl. I mutilate others.
You're good. You're just not that good. You have to. You have to experience it to get good. So that number one, that, and then number two, as you get better, and as the need for you exceed, you know, it gets bigger, you can charge more because now the need is higher. You have less time. You can't do 100 people anymore. You can't do 100 people. Well, not anymore, but I'm saying you never could, but you can't do 100 people. Like, you have, okay, I have to charge more because I have to spread these people out, or I have to weed out.
Now you're starting to grow and expand.
Got to weed out, you know what I'm saying, certain things that you couldn't do. I still personally, there's still going to be things that I just do out of love because I do it. Because I want to. And there's also going to be times where I lower my price because I want to, and because there's a reason for it. Like for me personally, every single incident is different. I base every single proposal is based on that situation. I don't know how, but everything is based on that situation. You know what I'm saying? Because every situation is different. And I think that's how I do it, is I weigh it out by situation. But still, even yet, I started off charging less when I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Then
of course. Yeah, and that's one of the things.
Only let's talk on that, I guess. Maybe it was
and that's not a. And I don't think that's a knock on, you know, on your value to even
not at all.
Love, because what you're also doing as a business, you're building relationships. And the business, as much as it is talent and services, it's also relationships. Who you know, who you work with.
Business relationship, I think, is number one in business.
See, but think like what you just said though. Think about what you literally just said. You said, "When I charge low because I sucked," right? That's values. You see what I'm saying? Because you can charge whatever at a barbershop and get paid back, even if you mess somebody up. You understand? It's like, but as a person having values, you knew you suck coming out the gate. But let me get some experience because I don't want to do nobody wrong or mess nobody over. You know what I'm saying? So that it ties back into your values as a person. You know what I mean? Because I fuck up haircut. I got full price. But I was working at a mall shop though, so it was like they had to pay me, but I felt bad that they was giving me this $20 for that haircut that wasn't a haircut. But so when I opened my own shop, it was like, you know, I'm good enough. I had a new barber in. I would tell him, "Don't worry about your cuts right now. You know, I'm gonna pay you for your cuts. You're giving out free hair."
Damn.
Yeah, that's dope.
You just sit there, bro, because this might not turn out.
They might not pay. I might have to fix it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Or one of my other barbers have to fix it anyway. So yeah, you're just doing free cuts. We'll pay you later. And you tell them before they get in the chair, like, my man just starting out. You know,
right?
You can get it if you want to, but you can wait. Some people just like, hey, caution to the wind. Mess me up.
Yo, and then there's those people that have no fucking home training and they won't warn you that they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
No value.
Yeah.
No values.
No value.
Fuck your shit and then be like,
Show you the mirror, like, good, right? It's good. Can you see it?
Yeah, nah. You got stories. You got stories. Like
got some
next bleeding stories. Yeah, no, it get rough out there.
fuck you mean?
Oh,
That's
man.
funny. That's funny as hell, man.
Yo, I swear, man. But to do with your values that you have, what ideals do you hold value to, and how do you portray that into the world? Because it's all about how you want to who do you want to be in this world, man? You can be whoever the fuck you want to be in this world. You make the choice every day of who you want to be into this world, who you want to out into this world, like as far as your energy, as far as like your image of who you are into this world.
Yeah.
Choice every day. So
yeah, for sure. It's all
be the man
about,
you want your son to be, man.
for real.
yeah, it is.
I can't be the man I want my son to be, but
It's metaphorically. You could be the woman you want your daughter to be.
yeah, it's a little. My kids are all grown except for my youngest, so he's the only one that still needs my guidance, and I can't be a man for him. But I do try to.
You'll always need your guidance, girl.
Yeah.
Always.
Nah.
Always. I still go to my mama.
Yeah, nah, mama's important.
You always need your guidance. That's true. That's true.
Now, pops, on the other hand, I don't know. Like, I ain't got my pops, but my son, he's to the point now where me and him, he don't need my advice no more because you're a little dude. You know what you know. You think you know it all, but he go to his mama still to this day. Mama.
Yeah. Need that time to follow, bump his head. Yeah, that's how you grow.
So you queen forever. Queen forever.
Yeah. So, that's real. Because to this day, I still go to my mom too. My mom is still who I talk to. And hey, mom, how would you handle this situation?
What's about? Man. This has been like one of the craziest experiences for me, man. I thought we was rookies, fellas, but hey, man.
Y'all pulled through. Y'all did good. I'm proud of you. Thank you.
We all survived.
I was scared. I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous.
Never nervous. Yo, so we can actually wrap things up here, though, unless anyone has anything they want to throw in and talk about real quick. Anything that we've been speaking on. If you have anything that you wanted to maybe say that you didn't get a chance to say.
I don't. I'm just gonna say, I appreciate you you reaching out to me about it. Man, this conversation was dope. We all connected, and shared our information, which it kind of tied into, the conversation and the topics. So I thought it was pretty smooth.
Yeah, that's what's up. Well, then at the end here, what I do is I give everybody a chance to give out any social media information they have or any way they'd like to be contacted. Also, I give you a chance to give any shout outs. If you have any shout outs, you're welcome to give those. Or if you have any last notes that you just want to leave the world with, you're also welcome to do that as well. So we can go ahead and start that. Anyone could just jump in if you want to. Otherwise, I'm going to pick somebody.
I guess my Instagram, Terry V since '89. More active on Instagram than I am on Facebook, but not so much on there either. So Instagram, Terry V since '89. I like to give a shout out to my sister who just had a grad party, and she's going to Clark, Atlanta this summer, so she's excited. She's been through a lot. It's been crazy this year. And shout out to everybody watching. Like, this has been a crazy year, but make sure that you keep your peace or your positivity. Positive vibes all around.
No doubt.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'll say you can find me on ScholarMac, on Instagram accounts, Facebook, ScholarMac Ford, Snapchat, ScholarMac. If you want any motivational pieces, Facebook, Instagram is where to find me. If you want in the moment, see me in motivational situations, Snapchat is where I, post in the moment things. Also, going through this time and everything, I want to, just tell everybody, keep y'all heads up, stay focused, remember your goals, keep those close to you. You just keep the positive vibes high, spread more love and more understanding. And just like to say, again, thanks for having me on the show. Miss Melody Waters, Donte Keel, and Terry B. I hope to stay in contact with you guys. You know, please, you know, let's connect after this.
No doubt.
For sure.
No doubt.
For sure.
You can find me on Instagram at DonteKeelAuthor, Facebook DonteKeelAuthor. Also check me out on www.DonteKeel.com. Also, man, I just want to leave a couple words. You know, you are what you eat. Eat better. Eat healthy. Drink plenty of water, especially if you look like me. Health, wealth. You can't buy a new one of these once it's gone. So live it like it's the only one you got.
Yo, spoken so eloquently. Yes, truer words were never spoken, man. Eat healthy. Eat as clean as you can, as close to nature as possible. And stop drinking tap water. Don't drink that.
Oh man,
Don't drink that shit.
But that's all you got. Get your sip on.
Get your sip on.
Sip on.
That's what a little liver juice.
There you go. There you go. All right, listen, ma'am. I love the conversation. It was beautiful. I appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure talking with you.
So much for coming. I definitely appreciate every last one of you gentlemen so much.
Can I come back? Can I come back? Do I get it? Can we get it? Can we do this again?
Welcome to always come back. You guys are always welcome to come back. People are always welcome to come back again. You know what I'm saying? I try to book out maybe like a month before you come back again or something like that, just so you have an opportunity to have some more things to talk about. Yeah. I guess, I don't know.
One last thing, y'all. I forgot. Shout out Double Dare. That's the label that I'm with. You know what I'm saying? We going really hard right now. We got, believe it or not, we have Jazzy Faye's brother on our label.
Hey.
Oh,
and I didn't believe it at first. I'm like, this dude, that's Jazzy Faye's brother. But no, you know, it's a bunch of hard workers, and we just, you know, want to continue, you know, to do things that we love. So, you know, shout out Double Dare ENT. You can still find us on Facebook and Instagram. Just starting out the label, just trying to, you know, have some fun and, you know, continue to produce our creativity, you know, in the video format or audio format. So, I'll let us.
Yeah,
hey,
man,
one quick thing.
If you need beats,
that's
the
man.
Some beats. I mean,
yeah, I got you, bro.
Link it up. I just want to shout out Melody and the Juice, baby.
Yes,
Juice,
sir.
baby.
Yes, sir. Juice. Shout out Juice.
Yo, thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. Terry V does make some dope ass beats, by the way.
Mahalo, bro.
Oh, thank you. For sure. Let's set it up. I'm always willing to work, man. That's my whole thing. Got different sounds, whatever. Let's just get together and see what sticks.
Together.
Yeah. 4 strands, man. 4 strands. Hey. Yo, thank you guys so much for coming on the show today. Thank you everyone who tuned in. If you guys want to check me out, Melody Waters, I'm not hard to find. I am Melody Waters everywhere you social media at. Except for Snapchat, it's Melody's Closet. If you guys want to check me out there, you can. If you want to send your music to be on the Juice, you can send me MP3s with your name, your artist name, social media information, and where you're from, plus the cover art, please, to IAmMelodyWaters@gmail.com. If you want to come on the show, if you're an entrepreneur, if you are somebody who does music, if you're any kind of artist, visual artist, if you're a small business owner, I'd love to have you on the show. I'd love to hear from you. You can come on and do a roundtable talk like we just did today. Go ahead and send me information about what it is that you do to thejuicebookings@gmail.com. And we'll definitely get you booked on the show and get you come bring your own topic of discussion and do one of these episodes yourself and be on YouTube. It gives everybody an opportunity to have their voice be heard. It kind of lets people know a little bit about who you are, and it lets you talk about what you do too. I want you guys to promote yourselves. So go and check out these gentlemen. If you liked anything that you heard today, we got a book you can check out. Books, actual plural. We have books you can check out. We have beats you can check out. We got graphics. He does do graphics. We got music, all kinds of things going on here. So definitely get in tune, y'all, and support. That's what the Juice is about. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Get out there and support your own dreams, no matter what you do in this world. If you have a 9 to 5, go and get you something else to do too. Like, go find your passion. What do you love, man? What do you love? What you're gonna excel and succeed at. So I love y'all. I will see y'all next week. Peace and positive vibes, y'all. Juice, baby.
Peace.
All right, y'all. Peace.
All right, y'all.
Whatever the fuck she saying.
Ooh, I got the juice. Don't get the news on what's new. Music's not all that I do. I'm the influence. Once I get into my zone, there's nothing you really could do. Watch how they move. I'm setting trends. I'm better than I ever been. I represent. Make you not wanna rap ever again. In my prime like I'm optimist. Minnesota knows who the option is. No need for the gossiping. Get it from the soldiers, watch and listen. Had a whole town talking different, walking different. I walk the talk and I talk my shh. Keep quiet when I'm talking kids. I'm the God and God forbid you interrupt me. I cover blasphemy, my sinners trust me. Then it's back to cheese, one then it's just me. All my hooligans, flesh on my flesh, drink my blood like it's juice and gin. We're a family now, tie shoes and Timbs. It's a family meeting, try to attend. I'm a superhuman, I got super strength, I got super make you lose your shit now. I got the juice, come get the news on what's new. Music's not all that I do, I'm the influence. Once I get into my zone, there's nothing you really could do. Watch how they move, I'm setting trends. I'm better than I ever been. I represent, make you not wanna rap ever again. I got the juice, come get the news on what's new. Music's not all that I do, I'm the influence. Once I get into my zone, there's nothing you really could do. Watch how they move, I'm setting trends. I'm better than I ever been. I represent, make you not wanna rap ever again. Ho!